10 Best Plastic Surgery Transformations. Plastic surgery is one of those things you can dream about if you got a couple of bucks to spare. I wonder, does your smile make you happy, or does the reflection in the mirror make you a bit too sad? Worry not, because supposedly, plastic surgery is here to your rescue. You could end up looking like a dream or even someone else totally, as long as you can bear about 62 or more days of pain and healing. Of course, those lucky enough have some good results to brag about, while others aren't quite as lucky. However, today's video comes bearing good news. We'll take a look at 10 of the best plastic surgery transformations. Number 10. Megan Fox. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, but it seems like the whole world is looking through one pair of lenses when looking at Megan Fox. The once crowned world's sexiest woman in the world, she's truly a sight to behold. She became highly researched after her debut in the movie Transformers. If you peek through her Instagram page, you'd probably mistake her for a 21-year-old or a rebellious 18-year-old. That all depends on the outfit she's chosen for that day. Alas, she's 35 and a mom to 2 kids. Her effortlessly stunning looks are a combination of different plastic surgeries just to keep things fresh. Considering the results, it sure would be nice to have access to at least half of what her bank account is worth. Number 9. Oli London. Ollie London is a self-proclaimed Korean. Why do I say self-proclaimed? Probably because of his heavy English accent. You'd be so confused at the mismatch between his face and accent if you met him. His obsession with plastic surgery began when he visited Korea and fell in love with the country. He dedicated his life and money to transform himself into a Korean. He's had numerous nose jobs and 2 nipple jobs to come as close as possible to looking like a Korean. He's a known BTS fan, and who better to look like than the famous boy band wonder Jamine. Despite getting a lot of criticism online, threats, and even petitions signed to fly him to space, Ollie isn't giving up easily. I don't believe in bullying and advocate that everyone should mind their own business and let whoever do whatever makes them happy. What do you think? I don't even know how to describe the results of the one who's next on our list, because this is just phenomenal work. Stay tuned and grab your passport because you might be booking your next flight to Korea. Number 8. Nana Hospital Plastic Surgery. We all know that the Korean beauty industry is just hands down the top of the line. However, very little is disclosed of their plastic surgery prowess. Today will be the day that you and anyone you know will reschedule your plastic surgery appointments, or at least want to, at this Korean hospital. Have a look at this unbelievable before and after transformation. I could swear that most of the people on this list are 2 totally different people. What superpowers do the Korean plastic surgeons have? Is it a secret power, like maybe they use kryptonite? If you know more about this, let us know what you know in the comments down below. The precision of the chin surgeries, lip fillers, cheek reductions. Pretty sure these guys wouldn't need a godmother to turn Cinderella into a princess. Or the pumpkin. Just hand them a scalpel and some good lighting, and they'll create a wonder. Number 7. Rodrigo Alves. I think Barbie's boyfriend has a new rival, and his name is Rodrigo Alves. He spent over 500,000 British pounds to look like a Ken doll. Imagine having your face altered so much that you get stopped by security because your face isn't what's shown in the passport. This is a real scenario that happened to Mr. Alves. He's successfully gone through over 150 cosmetic surgeries over the years. Oh, we can't forget that time he got featured on Botched and the countless times he's been warned of the risks of the surgeries. He must have 9 lives because he keeps going back under the table for more. Well, today, Rodrigo is unrecognizable after he went to gender transformation surgery to become a Barbie doll. Looks like Ken wasn't giving him the kick he was hoping for after all. Prison changes anyone, but Lil Kim is about to show us some services we didn't know one could get while doing time. Number 6. Lil Kim. Are you a rap fan? If you are, then I'm sure you're familiar with the name Lil Kim. She shot to fame back in the 1990s, and it's been uphill since then. She went to prison for perjury and lying and served a 1-year, 1-day sentence. She looked a whole lot different when she walked out of those prison gates. Her skin seemed much lighter with blonde hair and beautiful blue eyes. So what's the gist? She'd supposedly undergone breast implant surgery and had skin lightening procedures to make her look lighter. This had been a lifetime dream of hers, and she had the money to do it. My biggest question is, where did she have all of this done? because I thought she'd been serving time all that while. Number 5. Caitlyn Jenner. There's no way you can talk about plastic surgery and not include the name Kardashian on there. The ladies all look amazing, but their dad Bruce Jenner decided to steal the whole show. She was previously renowned for her athletic skills by being world champion in the men's decathlon Olympic Games back in the 1970s. Later on, she found love and married the momager Kris Jenner. Despite siring 2 children together, Bruce ended the marriage when she came out of the closet. Her journey to womanhood began where she had several altering plastic surgeries done on her body. Number 4. Michael Jackson. If you look at the late Michael Jackson's childhood photos, you can point out a whole lot of differences. To begin with, he was much lighter in color than when he was born, his nose looks much slimmer and his face too. If you rerun his interviews, you'll hear him acknowledging having done about 6 nose jobs. His reason for doing so was that he'd be able to hit much higher notes. Might be that the surgery worked cause, whoa, his musical notes were top-notch. As far as skin lightening goes, the guy was fighting vitiligo, so not much can actually be said there. Number 3. Cindy Jackson. What are some of the things you do with your inheritance? I'd probably buy a house, a car, and invest in some stock. Well, Cindy Jackson did nothing of the sort, as she opted to use her inheritance to transform herself into a Barbie. She didn't go all crazy like the other wannabe Barbies, as she settled for a more subtle look. She looks almost perfect, just like the Barbie doll. These adjustments cost her over 50 surgeries, but on the upside, she did win a title in the World Guinness Book of Records. She was crowned for having undergone the most surgical procedures in the world in 2009. Aside from looking better than she did when she was 21, I think this is a win-win situation for Cindy. She also has her own consulting company where she gives advice on which surgeries to perform to achieve that natural, stunning look. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. So if you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in our future videos. Number 2. Kylie Jenner. Who do you think is the most popular Kardashian sister? We're not sure who'd win this battle, Kim or Kylie. The mom of one has always been in the limelight ever since she was born. We've literally seen her go from diapers to chic designer outfits. From her before and after photos, we can tell that she's been doing lots of changes to her body. It all started when she was seen to have much fuller lips on her gram, but she's denied countless times having done anything to them. In their family series, you could see their sisters beg her to tell the truth about her lip fillers, which eventually she did. Have you spotted her recently because she seems to have gotten her lady twins readjusted or something? We'll have to wait a long time before she tells us whether or not she's had breast implants. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. And number 1, Andy Sandness. Andy Sandness is a suicide attempt survivor. He'd been suffering from depression when he made a life-changing decision in 2006. With the weight of the world over his shoulders, Andy pulled the trigger of a gun he was holding under his chin. What he didn't expect was that he would live despite this attempt. It left permanent damage to almost half of his face, and he was down for almost a year later, not going out or doing anything. But then, a miracle happened. He got a match to his face, and could now have a facial transplant performed. The donor was a late man by the name of Ross, Mrs. Lily's late husband, who'd also suffered from depression. A year after the operation, Andy was able to meet the wife of the donor, and what a magical moment that was. I really hope that piece of Ross gives him the strength to fight every day. Was this fate or luck? Guess we'll never know.